Hi everyone. Hope you're all having a nice day. The latter half of mine is going well, I think. So we're doing more Celeste today, and hopefully we will beat a bunch of seasides. That is the plan anyway, because we've been doing pretty well. I'm gonna warm up in the same way that I did last time, if you guys don't mind, which is just attempting, I don't know, how about a max of like 5 attempts for doing the golden berry here. So that's how I'll warm up. As you can see, I need it considering how many times I'm missing this. There we go. But yeah, it's been a okay day. I have some things I'm pretty happy about accomplishment wise, and other things that were less, but that's okay, because for the most part things have been going well. Like, you know, work is okay, though maybe more on that later, I don't know. But besides work, things are better, obviously. I feel like for the most part, even if you love what you do, there's gonna be those days where maybe you don't. But that one, not to say that that was today, mind you, but obviously getting to do what you want and fiddle around and do other things is more fun, which is what I did for the last couple hours. So if you remember, I was doing some Unity tutorials from Sebastian Leg, and I did 2 more of those today, kind of made up for not doing any over the weekend. And so I am now generating a mesh that has walls and yeah, and is randomly generated. It's good. Like 4 tutorials down, I suppose, technically. Oh shoot. Okay, I think that was my fault. I probably slid a little bit, but I also slid to the left, which makes me I might want to blame my controller like a teensy bit about that one, because this controller has been a little bit wonky. Honestly, I probably should have, when I went to the mall the other day, I probably should have brought it back and asked for a replacement, because I do have a year of warranty on it, and they said it's for anything, so I don't know if drip is counted on that, but I can check. So, but there has been a little bit of drift to the left. It's not that bad. It only seems to show up every now and then, but it exists, and I definitely noticed it more while playing Final Fantasy 14, mainly because when you trigger your mount or like interact with anything, you have to stay still, and so any movement at all on the left stick will interrupt that, which is one of the reasons why you know, you can notice drift pretty quickly, because all of a sudden you'll be standing there not doing anything, and then your thing will be cancelled. So that said, I need to renew my subscription for FF14 because I let it lapse the other day, because being busy with Dread and doing these other tutorials and such, I haven't found any time this week so far, besides the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. I haven't found any time yet to really do much in Final Fantasy, so I figured I'd just wait a bit and then renew it when I, you know, actually have the time to play. So probably maybe this weekend, or if there's any big media at work that I don't actually want to like pay attention to. This sounds bad, but like, you know, corporate things aren't always particularly interesting, and so if you're just supposed to sit there and listen, you might as well sit there and listen and also race chocobos. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I did those couple of tutorials today to generate meshes and whatnot, which is really nice. And then the other thing, oh fuck, that was entirely my fault. And then besides that, sorry, I lost my train of thought because I died. Oh, right. I also, in the mail the other day, hold on, sorry, I just need to plug in my phone to make sure it doesn't die. In the mail the other day, I got a package that I kind of forgot was coming, which is the way that I like it, because I pre-order manga sometimes, and then I do it months in advance, and then promptly forget that I did so. But not to the point where like I buy it again or anything, but I just forget it. And so found out when I checked my mail that I had a new manga to read, and it's my favorite one, so even better. It's the I buy the big thick volumes of Morokoi, and so the latest one's out, number 5, and it's so cute. I'm only halfway through it, but they did Kawakura Nobuyagi's wedding, and I don't know if it's because my eye has been twitchy since the other day, like that there's something wrong with me or something, or you know, just a good emotional moment, but like a little teary reading through their wedding and whatnot. It was so cute. Oh shit, a little bit of too much momentum there. All right, I think this is attempt 4, but I think we'll call this one to be the last one, and then I'll consider myself warmed up and ready for this inside. But yeah, it was really cute though. I really love that manga and those characters and everything. I secretly hope for a season 2 one day of the anime, because it was a really good adaptation of it. But you know, if it doesn't get that, then I'll just continue to read and have myself a few happy tears watching characters get married that I really like, and also laughing at Miguchi's antics. Oh shit. Ah, man. Alright, fine. Because there's this one panel with them at the wedding or the reception, and like Mifuji getting a little notification that his AP had finished recharging. Okay. Oh, wrong button. His AP finished recharging, and him like getting ready to go off to go and play FGO. And like the other people having to grab him and pull him back. It was great, because I totally do that. So we're getting bounce to the right. We're probably wall bouncing off of it, and then we'll see where we go from there. Through the hole, looks like. Ah, and then that's an interesting one. So it's diagonal. Probably maybe do this. Oh, too much. Okay. Oop. So this one seems, oh boy. It's a little tricky. Okay, so you do want the like full on from the side for this one, it looks like. That was close. Here though, I'm not convinced, but I guess that's fine. Alright, first screen down. Of fucking course it's a falling puzzle. Why wouldn't it be the thing that I hate the most? Okay, so I want to get over there, so with that actually worked really well, and I think I saw the way you're probably supposed to go. Ooh, too much. What if I do one of these? Maybe from like the very edge. Actually, yeah? Oh, and then you have to go back up. Oh, that's evil. Wait, if you have to go back up, then... Whatever. Oh, this is gonna be one of those. Okay, wait. Am I supposed to go up? Wait, hold up. There's a... Is that a thing right up over there? On the right-hand side? No, there's a ceiling there. Okay, so this is just pure madness? Right? You do that to get over there and still have a jump, I guess? Okay. Also, suddenly I'm unable to do the thing I was just able to do real easily. There we go. Okay. Good. Apparently I was too good at getting out of that one. Too much left over. Oh, I don't like that. This is going to take a while to get used to. I hate falling levels. So you have to fall down through 1, 2, 3 areas, and then it looks like there's a dash to the right. I think. Yeah, it looks like there's a dash. And once again, I went too far. Maybe that will help. Okay. Okay. Grab the wall and then wall jump over to the thing. We're learning one death at a time. Oh, too much over. Also, I wonder. I haven't looked in the mirror. I probably should. I don't know if it's just my prescription, my glasses being dirty, although I've cleaned them multiple times today, or what. But my eye keeps twitching, and I'm like mildly concerned that when I went to the optometrist the other day, you know how you have to stick your eye against like multiple instruments and such for them to take their measurements and do all that stuff. I'm like mildly worried that it's like, what if they weren't cleaned so thoroughly? I caught myself like an unpleasant, oh boy, oh god, how did I live through that? Unpleasant little infection or something. So that you're probably supposed to keep going, but okay. Hopefully not though. I mean, like my eyes are just kind of dry and whatnot, but I kind of want to assume that that's just the problem of my prescription being so out of date and such, because you know it hasn't been replaced in a couple of years. So. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally dashed out of it. Okay, we're doing okay. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, and then through here, dash over, and that's the second room done. All right. Okay, and this is a longer room. Looks like. Yeah. With Kevin's. So let's observe. So I had to be crouched on the bottom if I want to ride the top of it at all. And also we'll die if we go too far over. But we won't die if I'm holding onto it though, on like the very bottom. Maybe you're supposed to do that and like dash up to its bottom while restoring your jump at the same time. And then fall down to grab onto the wall, get back on top of it, and then try to get it to go to the left. It looks like they have like little sections carved out for you on each bit. So right here, I guess you have to go down, right? And then, am I racing it at the bottom? Kind of looks almost like that. I don't know why there's the that thing. The bouncy right there. Kind of a weird place, and I don't actually know if the bounce interacts with Kevin or not. Right, that's what these things are called, Kevins? Or something? Mr. Walk. The elite block. Anyway, so if I were to do the same thing, like from the bottom I mean, like fall down, grab the thing, bounce it on the thing, to try to collect that again. I feel like, so it's gonna bounce me to the right, and then I guess we'll have to dash out of it to grab that, then immediately dash to the left, and then get restored. And I guess maybe the block shouldn't come down directly on like the left hand side, but should come down a little bit to the right. So we'll be able to land on top of it, perhaps. And after that, we start to ride the thing. And then go to, oh god. So you have to ride it here, and then it won't fit to here. So this will probably be like a momentum jump type thing, like momentum, and then go through there, or maybe even actually maybe just a regular jump with momentum will work and then dash through. I was gonna say maybe wait dash through there, but then once you do that, we're to this next part, which gives us another thing to use. Double check. Okay. But I see the spikes on the ceiling there. It's gonna be mean. It's really mean. But I see. So left, bounce up. That one looks really tricky. Right here. Excuse me. Although maybe you could dash up, grab onto the wall, and then like fall off and maneuver around the spikes. Oh, well, there's that at least. You know what? Let's actually get down there before we try to think about that some more. Only got so much RAM in my head, as it were. Also, I suppose we have to get over there first. Right there. And then, oh, okay, that didn't work. Pretty sure I can't make it down without that. So. So maybe that's not going to work out too well. So maybe I should try to maybe ride it there and then try to nope. Just trying to hold down at the same time as that. Didn't really work. There's a teensy amount of time right there. Okay, hold on. So maybe like get low enough so you can get there and then no. How else can we do this? The only thing I can think of is that you're supposed to go from the bottom because they need to go to the bottom. I guess you have to fall, right? Be smart and fall. Oh, nope. Obviously, collecting that on the way over would be best, right? That way we always have this written out. Too soon. That's hard to do. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it can work with a diagonal. That's what we'll do. Oh, too low. Yoink. Ouch. It's gonna take some getting practice. Oh god. Also weirdly falling slow, but not like enough. There we go. Shoot. Okay, yeah, they're the spikes, right? For some reason I thought that I was gonna have enough, like I could get onto it from there, but that was clearly not gonna happen. There we go. Oh. Yeah? What? Oh shit. Oh right, I don't have another dash right there. I haven't got it yet. Right. So you have to get on top of it. Oh no, that's even worse. Okay. Whoops. Nah. Really sucks when there's like zero force. Trust me in that. So get on top of it and then this. Yes, okay. No, bad Kevin. Shit. Okay. very much a act quick type deal. Can we do it? Hopefully. So get there, go there, and then oh, I get it. So you bounce off of that, and then on your way over you dash up to smack into the block, which will push him down in the right place. Let you grab that, dash over, and then dash over and grab onto him when he's over there. Okay. Makes sense. Everything's coming together. Well, if I can actually do it. Too low. Womp. Oh, that's fine. Got it. Okay. And then, oh shoot! I hit X by mistake instead of the A button. We got this though. That's pretty close. Whee! Okay, should have dashed up, I guess. Yoink. But yeah, besides reading Wodaboy though, the unit. Whoops. I suppose I could have dashed into it. The Unity series has been kind of fun, and I realize now that that Sebastian, like the guys whose tutorial I've been doing for the procedural cave generation. Oh, boy, I was gonna be dead. Also has like an entire tutorial set on game dev in Unity. So I wanna, once I finish his cave one, I wanna go back to the other one and do that. Which honestly I should probably be starting the other way around, but I think you have to, for hobby purposes and doing these kind of things, I feel like you have to follow your internal hype meter. What gets you excited and what you want to work on so you can keep up that momentum, you know. Okay, so this doesn't feel as far away now that I'm actually down here. So we can bounce off this one as much as we like, but we're gonna have to eventually probably dash into the right side. Up, go there, get bounced over. I'm thinking wall jump is a smart thing there, and then again it's another like little L shape, like where a chest piece, like a horse. I'm just noticing the aux output on the audio mixer for Celeste is pretty consistent and heavy. I wonder if it's a little loud. Let me I'm gonna turn that down a teensy bit. The music is good, but if it's pushing up against the yellow, I don't want it to be too loud for everyone. Alright, anyway, so horse piece, upwards. This could be another one like that, possibly. Where we bounce to the right, then try to get onto the wall to just like fall down and then angle ourselves, maybe? I don't know, I don't think we'll make it far enough otherwise. And then here, this is interesting. So, assuming that we need to bounce to the left and then go up, but that stamina recovery gem looks like a trap. Like, sure, you could go off of the thing and then bounce up and get it, but then where are you going from there? Like, I guess you can try to move to the right, but you're gonna hit the spikes before you get like into the right position to try to bounce off the other thing. So it probably would be better to just try to skip it entirely and wall jump or bounce jump off of this other bit. And then from there it's easy. Or at least it looks easy. Maybe. So alright, let's try this as soon as I scratch the inside of my ear. And I think that is one of the first times I've like consciously thought about the word scratch versus itch, because normally I just say itch, and I've had people like tell me that I shouldn't say that before. Like, that it's like you don't itch an itch, you scratch an itch. Whoops. But I always say itch. Whoa! There's a checkpoint here? Awesome. I didn't realize we got a checkpoint. That is extremely generous. Also, like, not entirely necessary, I think. I'm happy about it though, don't get me wrong. But I do feel like that initial part wasn't that hard. Okay, gotta work on the fall. And I've never been to Boston in the fall. Maybe if I do this? Oh yeah. Oh shoot, I fell for the trap. We are the pirates who don't do anything. Oh, that was awkward. Oh, I could have recovered from that if I had gone up into the left side of the thing. It's fine though. Let's not worry about it. Whoa. How did I get so much speed from that? Maybe you do need it. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be an up diagonal thing. Like get bounced over to it, up diagonal through that little gap, and then land on the other side, and then do a regular wall jump over. Try that. Yeah, I should get back there at least. Okay, almost. I don't feel like I have the height for that. Shoot. For that plan. I don't want to actually hit the retry button. I don't know if the retry button is going to send me back to the checkpoint or to the very start of the level. Ooh, okay. Can I recover? Nope. That was weird. Boom, boom. You punk. But yeah, actually, I shared the little snapshot, or screenshot rather, of the cave generation thing with one of my coworkers, and he was excited for me and mentioned that like he hopes to find the time to there we go, to find the time to do some Unity stuff at some point, because he's also interested in that kind of thing. Also, Seaside, done. Yay. That was, how many deaths was that? I'm honestly curious if that's less than 100 deaths. Or like, close to 100. 75. Wow. Wow. I mean, I get it that it's only 3 rooms, but still, that feels good. Not my best Seaside though, old site was. Still. Alright, so that was the motivational part of the stream, I guess. Now I assume that the Summit Seaside is going to be balls hard. That's my assumption anyway. Oh god, there's wind. Oh, and to get even over there, you have to. Okay. Alright, what nonsense do I have? Be a wall. Is this wind fast enough for me to just hover? I wonder? Probably not, right? Okay, but so let's assume that we're gonna do wall bounce off the right hand side to that one, this one, up that one, up and over, wall dash to the right to grab that, wall dash up again, bouncing up and up and up, up and up and up, through and up. Okay. So this is all about wall bounces. I'm okay with that. I like wall bounces. Okay, go ahead. These like picture perfect ones or something? Oh wait, oh I have 2 jumps. Derp. I kind of forgot that the summit means you have to. Also, this is some good good like rave music here. Like Madeline's off to Burning Man. Easy! First try! Not even memeing. Alright. Sadly we can't be, this won't be as good as that because I can't actually see ahead of it, but... Oh, and this time with the down. Oh, that's mean. Oh, of course it does that. Why wouldn't it do that? Sorry, what am I... Oh god. Okay, so that's gotta be a timing thing as well, right? Oh! Oh, you use that to get your jump back. Okay. That was complete luck that happened to me. Got it. Okay. Hey, baddie. Wait. Oh, that's the second room. Are there really only 3 rooms in the summit? Or are there gonna be like one, like the normal set, and then are we gonna get like a mountain climb again or something? Okay, so let's see here. So there's no, well, there's no wind obviously going at the moment, but there's definitely gonna be wind. There's no way there's not gonna be wind. They even have like the petals or the snow falling down. Okay, so this is the hell part. Okay, my brain doesn't even want to take this in yet. Let's go back to the beginning. Try to work our way through. It really does sound like This Is Rave. Or, what's the other one? There used to be, like, This Is Rave 2.0, This Is Rave 5.0, etc. Like, electronica things. But there was also, what's this other group that put out other CDs? Can't remember the name. Anyway, so Pink Cloud, 1 single time use. Once I get to that, we're using it to bounce through. Might need a dash to get over into that. Either way, we're gonna dash there, then dash up to bounce through, dash again to the right, and then angle our fall to get that. And then that's gotta be a double one up. So they need to be really precise with your fall. And then... God, this is a mean course. Diagonal then up. And then, this is gonna kill me a million times right here. That's a fall down through the spike area without using any of your jumps. Or using any of your dashes at all. Because you need a right and an up to hit that. And then an up and a left possibly, or maybe a diagonal. And then an up and then just fall to it. And then fall down through there, dash, dash. Get onto that and then act fast because you're on a cloud that's going to go away. No rest for the wicked. And probably you don't even want to use the bounce because you'll just hit the spikes. You want to do the jump and then go up. Then use the right side of this probably to bounce. Yeah, probably. Get the height to just kind of float over and then one dash to the right, and then again, probably try not to get bounced. And instead just like dashing through. Gotta be careful there. And after that, a lot of crying. Yeah, this whole thing is just... That's a lot. This part actually looks straightforward, I guess. Because right, up, right, fall, right, diagonal, up, right, fall, right, up, right, fall upright straight up or diagonal left. I'm not sure if that should be a diagonal right, diagonal left, or a diagonal right, like slightly fall over a diagonal up. But either way, then another diagonal right, fall down, then one final dash to the right and grab on for dear life and hope that you don't forget to not press the trigger. Okay, let's go die. Good. I wonder, is any of my momentum? Whoa, God. Don't mind me and my inhuman noises here for a second. I wonder if any of that momentum is conserved. Also, feels like you need to go off the very tip of the cloud, maybe? Gosh. Okay. Oh, didn't quite make it. You can't double back at all on that. Oh, fuck. Like you can't slow down your fall, or else you're not gonna bounce through. All right. Also, yesterday, I was kind of. I think this happens every single time I start a new game, but I was definitely more focused on the game and like just getting my first impressions of it than I was about commentating or chatting over it, which isn't a bad thing. But I feel like that's happened 2 Mondays in a row with like just being really absorbed into a game. So then I end up talking about my weekend on Tuesdays, which is weird, but it's fine. Then again, like as far as games to talk over, I kind of feel like Madline. Celeste is a decent one, since while it does demand my attention, it also is all about muscle memory, I feel, and just building that up. And obviously, you know, not building up the wrong kind of muscle memory that I'm doing right now. But yeah, I had a very busy weekend. Am I missing something there? Busy weekend. There's a spike like right on the bounce right there, which makes me not want to hit it like directly on top. But I feel like you gotta hit like near the top of that thing in order to get the height you need to go through. Because there's nothing to hold on to there at all, so. But yeah, I was out on Saturday in order to hang out with one of my friends who I see once a quarter. And my friend that I saw on Sunday laughed at me about that. He's like, oh, you guys schedule it once a quarter? Or it just happens that way? Like, no, we kind of schedule it that way, honestly. There we go. Damn. Just because, like, you know, we're friends. Shoot. But we also, like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Maybe it is just a weird thing that we schedule like that, but she's one of my friends who we have shared interests and such, and we're good study buddies and such. Both kind of hanging around the top of our class in college, and there's, you know, a good amount of respect in that relationship. And she's just, you know, a nice person, but like we don't hang out too much outside. Oh, need that out. So it's good. It means that the conversation doesn't get stale, I guess, or like, I don't know. 3 months is a good amount of time to like wait to check in on someone who you don't have like a million things to talk about. So then when you do hang out, you hang out for a couple hours and you leave it feeling good. I think what I need to do is do the up dash, the 2 up dashes to get through that when I'm closer to the spikes. I think that's what I need to be doing. But not close to those left spikes. Oh boy, that was Interesting that it falls apart like that if you hit it on that side. But yeah, so hung out with, too close to the left, hung out with that friend on Saturday, and then, nope. And that was nice. Though, we didn't get into an argument, we just dropped the subject. Oh well, that was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Oh god. We didn't get into an argument, but we had a polite disagreement about government policy, I suppose. But besides that, things are fine. And you know, I just dropped it, basically. Like, when you have a conversation with someone and, you know, they say certain things, there are hills worth dying on. And it's just not one of those, so. There's oh, I'm too close to the, or rather not close enough to the right hand side again. Ooh, not fast enough. But yeah, so it's kind of like hanging out at in-laws, or like those kind of things, like when you travel and then you hang out with people who you're family with, so you love them for that reason, and you're stuck with them, so you better love them for the sake of the peace. But you know, a lot of the time I feel like with those things, people learn topics to avoid if they don't want to have like unpleasant discussions or those kind of things. So similar. Wasn't fast enough. So that said, speaking of relatively controversial things, I suppose, Grade A Underegg put out a video today, and that in itself isn't controversial, mind you, but he's a YouTuber who's been around for a while, but like, I should check it. I can't remember if it's been like a year or more than a year, but he doesn't put out that many videos anymore, so it was a surprise when he put out 2 this week. And he had one about, I think the name of the video was like, is the coronavirus overhyped, or something like that. Something along those lines, right? Where he was digging into numbers from the CDC and comparing like death percentages and such to see, basically, like, not even saying like, there was no medical advice, there was nothing like telling people what to do or like anything like that, but just going over the numbers, trying to figure out if oh shoot, beginners like that last time, I guess. But like if people were kind of overhyping it, I guess, or something. So I guess he must have seen like a CNN or something news anchor like making coronavirus seem more deadly than it is, I guess, was the point of his video to some degree. Like, he didn't specifically call out CNN, but it was his reference of choice when he was displaying an image of people pouring fear down someone else's throat. So, and his whole point was that the you know, it's a 2% death likelihood and those kind of things and such. So like, why is it trumped up so much, I guess, in news media and such as like this horrible thing? And I guess whatever news he had been watching were kind of saying that, whoops, that it had higher death rates than it did. So I guess that probably is what motivated him, whoops, to do that. But you know, as you can imagine, with that kind of topic, his YouTube comment section was full of people having opinions. And then in a very wise marketing strategy, I would say, he also advertised his new Twitch stream in said video twice, and then was live for like, from the time that he put the video live, for about like an hour and a half after, so that people come, whoops, so people could come debate him or like ask him about stuff in the video, which he did, and like, you know, it was fine. It was good. There were interesting people in that chat. A good variety of anti-vaxxers and people like getting mad at him for X, Y, and Z. and also, you know, normal people pointing out, like, it's like, oh, you know, like, it's not just about the death percentage though, it's also about quality of life. Quality of life after, if you have a bad case of the coronavirus, you know, like all that stuff. So there was, I guess what I mean to say is that there was some intelligent conversation in there, though YouTube comments and Twitch chats are not typically the place one goes for that kind of thing. Present company excluded, obviously. Damn it. Although then again, if you're coming to a Celeste stream to talk about politics, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But didn't really mean to do that. It was just an interesting thing because I do grade 8 underage videos. I think I found them maybe like 6 or so years ago. Something like that. It was a while ago. I don't remember which was the first one I saw, but like his style of YouTube is very amusing to me, I guess. Oops. Like it's shitty paint drawings, and then like a loud. It's kind of a caricature, but a loud Southern Brit accent, I guess, because I guess I can't tell if he is British or something else, but he's definitely European of some variety, and it's the character he has is rather amusing, so it's good. And one of the nice things about it, because I stopped by that stream obviously to go check in and look, just kind of lurk, didn't really have much to say, but his normal speaking voice is much more friendly, I suppose, than his YouTube voice, because he definitely plays up the British, like the heavy, thick British accent for the YouTube videos, which is part of the charm of them. That and the extremely shitty paint drawings. Whoops. But yeah, so the only part of the reason why I suppose I'm going to mention that is because the obvious thing that my friend and I were having this mild disagreement about had to do with those kind of things. So. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so that one. Now that I know that I can actually get there, I need to think more about it, I guess. So you obviously can't go straight up, right? But it looks to me like you need the height from it to some degree. Like if you were to jump off it with some height, and then dash diagonally to your left to get up to the bounce, that could work. The other thing, no, that won't work. I was gonna say maybe you could wave dash off the cloud, but you are out of dash by the time you get there, so that won't work. So it's gotta be, you use that to bounce up-ish, and then do that. Then once you do that, I guess it's float time to some degree. Yeah. I'm going to have to remind myself that I have more than one dash as well. So, we'll see. Okay, well, let's give it another shot, shall we? I know I don't need to wave dash right there, but I want to. God, gets really close to those sometimes. Oh, too far to the left. Overcompensated, I guess. Oh boy. Can I have it back, please? Yes, I can! But I didn't actually expect it. I thought it was going to die. Wow. Bet you didn't think that run was going to go as short or as far as it did. Again, like I said, I feel like Celeste is muscle memory. Just repetitious muscle memory. Oop, not far enough to the left that time. So, overcompensated on my overcompensation. As it were. That's like severance pay on a job that you don't like. not far enough. I will admit that I'm still nurturing that flame of working on tutorials and getting back into my hobby programming, into the things I like. But I will say that my work doesn't make it easy sometimes. It's weird because it's definitely like a love-hate relationship I feel with my work. Like, sometimes it feels like there's simultaneously too much to do and also nothing to do. It's one of those weird juxtapositions of corporate bureaucracy, I suppose. Okay. Oh no! God, I wish I had like a little more time to like react and think about it. Too much. Not close enough to the wall. But that's okay. The other part of that love-hate, oh shoot, love-hate thing is that, like, on the one hand, when you're kind of stuck waiting for work and those kind of things, you get bored with it and such. Like, you're bored because you don't have to work, but you also want to work, and so like I find myself thinking like, oh, like could I do this at other jobs, or would I be happier if I had a job that had a little bit more busyness to it? Because I do get a lot of downtime, which is rather nice. But you know, it's one of those things. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about more fun things, like the fact that yesterday I got out for a motorcycle ride for about 2 hours. Not on the motorcycle the entire time, but I went to the mall. And ate some pretzels because, you know, I feel like that's one of the few places that I can find pretzels nowadays. Besides going to like an actual Bavarian restaurant or one of those kind of things. Like, I don't actually see pretzels on menus that often. But going to like one of those, I don't want to call it a kiosk, mall restaurant, like where they're kind of like attached to the wall, those kind of things. Auntie Anne's, which I think are all over the place. One of those. And I got a peach frost, which I think was just like shaved ice with peach syrup stuck into it, which is good. Gave me a brain freeze multiple times and got me thinking about didn't actually think I was gonna get that. Got me thinking about the Mugen Train, the Demon Slayer, and the Flame Hashira eating food on the train, just yelling "Oh my!" every time he took a bite. Which is weird because I think there's a different reference that I know with brain freezes, like an anime reference of something I've watched recently, but that one didn't come to mind. The Mugen Train one did instead. Probably just because I was sitting in a sad mall food court, which had three restaurants: Chinese place, pizza place, and a CBD froyo stand. The place I got the pretzels wasn't right there, it was elsewhere, like further down inside the mall along a different wall, as opposed to being in the actual food court. Shoot. But yeah, every time I see that CBD froyo place, I think about it and then I promptly don't bother doing it. I don't understand the appeal, I guess. Probably because the one time that one of my friends gave me a oh no, a CBD brownie that they had made, which they didn't tell me what was in it, mind you. They were just like, "Oh, want a brownie?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, I like brownies." And then they gave it to me and they're like looking at me expectantly and they're like, "Do you feel anything?" And I was like, "No, what the fuck did you put in this brownie?" And then they told me, and they're like, "Yeah, you should feel like a warm sensation." That's what they were saying. No such thing occurred, mind you. In the same way that, oops, wrong direction, along the diagonal. In the same way that marijuana doesn't really... So one, I live in a state where it's legal, so there's that. Much to my chagrin, honestly, I kind of hate the smell of it, unfortunately for me. And, or not really unfortunately, it doesn't smell good, so. There's been one time in my entire life that the weed has smelled good, and it was over at a friend's place, and they were into like getting exotic varieties of said thing, so that's probably why. But this crap that they sell in this particular state does not smell good. It is dank and disgusting smelling to me, and whenever I go into the next town over and onto like one of the more popular streets, I always smell it because it's not illegal to smoke it outside here, so unfortunately for me. But whatever. I think one of the many reasons to stay inside and play video games, honestly. But yeah, so like in the past when I've had some and whatnot, it hasn't really done much for me. And so it wasn't really too surprising when CBD also didn't do much for me. Because my friend said that it was supposed to give like a warm, pleasant sensation, and I really didn't feel anything besides just like wondering if anything was going to happen. You know, I should have just done what I did last time. But I'm not really a fan of drugs in general. So. If it's legal in your state and you like to do it, go for it. Everyone wastes their money in different ways, so if you're gonna waste yours literally up in smoke, then by all means do so. Oops. Too eager there. I don't know what was happening there. Boing. But yeah, CBD Froyo. Again, like I'm mildly intrigued because I do wonder, because I've only tried it the one time, right? It's like, oh, like maybe it just wasn't any good because my friend didn't put enough in it or something, right? But it's also like I have to drive there, so if it does do something, I don't really want to be relaxed and like not paying as much attention as I should be if I'm riding a motorcycle around, you know? Like the same kind of reasons why if I go somewhere where people are drinking and I ride there my bike, I will have at most a single beer or a single mixed drink, like only one drink, maybe two if I'm being there for a while, but that's it. Don't really mess around with that. Driving a car, you could probably get away with more, I suppose, but should you? That is another question. Ah, damn. Almost. We're getting farther. But I like to have all my wits about me if I want to be moving at like 50 miles an hour down a road with not much between me and everything else, you know? And the fact that, like, as a motorcyclist, you have to pay more attention than a car, because cars literally don't see you sometimes. People's eyes just aren't trained to look for motorcycles, so it's a lot easier for you to kind of be in like sort of a pseudo blind spot, as it were. Like you're not actually in a blind spot, but because they're not looking for you, they don't see it, which is easy to happen if someone has not road hypnosis, but well, I guess that is what it's called, right? When you're staring at the road and you just kind of zone out, and then like 3 miles later you're like, whoa, wait, I'm driving. Which you can definitely do more so in a car than you can with a motorcycle. You shouldn't do it with either, right? Technically, but you know, what are you gonna do? So with these with any of these seasides or any of these levels, really, I have to imagine that a lot of playtesting went into these things to make sure that they're, you know, like doable within reason. Shoot. Like, you know how Mario Maker, whoa, jeez, that was really close. How Mario Maker, you have to beat the stage in order to publish it. Kind of like that. Okay. Yes, okay. Oh, no. Oh, I definitely felt like I didn't have like a lot of momentum going right there. But we're making progress, so it's okay. So here's a question, and I'll ask this again. I'll like ask on Twitter, I guess, with the Beats Eater account. I'm curious. So like we're getting close to the end here, right? We have 2 C-sides left, including this one, and I don't anticipate the core being easy by any stretch of the imagination. Damn. Not that this one is. But once we finish the C-sides, the only thing that I'm going to have left, besides modded maps, right? Like Gizmo was recommended, I believe was the name of it. Besides that, we're only going to have the berries left, the golden berries. So I'm wondering, like, if, like, I guess I'm curious. Like, I enjoy this, and I don't mind playing it, and I kind of like doing the golden berry runs, even though it starts you over again and whatnot, because it's almost like speedrun training, and not that I'm intending on doing a speedrun of this game, but it kind of reminds me of that, because you basically have to go through it, like, without a death, obviously, for the berry, but also you find yourself going faster and faster because you're trying to get back to where you were, and you're getting better at doing each room, so it's neat that way, I think. So I wouldn't mind doing those on stream a little bit, but also, there's a million games out there. Like, Dread is out, obviously, right? We're still working through Yakuza. Yakuza will do more on Friday. Again, by the way, I made that clear, I think, when I decided to do Dread shoot. But I also have, right, let me open this up. I have a tag on my Steam library called Stream Queue of games that I want to stream. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, for example, is one. And that's a Metroidvania, so, I'll try to wait until I'm done with Dread before I do that. But we'll be done with the platformer. And there is a platformer in my list called D-Leveled, which I think was streamer bait like a few months ago. I think. Like, I remember a lot of people were playing it. And I, as the ever-trendy person that I am always months behind on these kind of things, because I like playing what I like. But a lot of the time, if it's not multiplayer, like Fall Guys or those things, if it looks fun, whether it's stream bait or not, it's fun, right? So, I just want to play it, so I throw it into the queue, and I promptly forget about it for a while because I'm busy playing other things. But I do try to keep, games in rotation, though, as opposed to, like, just cycling through a bunch of things, I guess, or, like, doing it randomly. Which I think is a good thing and a bad thing, but it has pros and cons, I should say. Ah, shoot! Thought it wasn't clear. For example, like, haven't played Final Fantasy 14 on stream in a while, but I've gotten a lot farther, just on my own. And the story has gotten really good. Oh wow. Huh. But I'm in Heaven's Ward now. So I'm past A Realm Reborn, I'm in the first expansion. And like, after leading up to the Ultimate Weapon fight in Realm Reborn, I was enjoying it, but also like I stopped playing for a good while because I just wasn't like super into it, or maybe it wasn't that I wasn't super into it, but I kept hitting the level cap. Like, I kept not like having to go grind levels in order to do the next story quest, and that got old. But with all the stuff I've done recently, I have yet to hit that at all. So I've just been really like able to tune in and enjoy the story, not have to wait for things, and then like kind of naturally gain levels as I was going, to the point where, you know, so far in Heaven's Ward I haven't hit any like fake time gates, as it were. So we need to dash closer to the crystal for that part in order to get through that. But after Ultima Weapon, the story got really interesting, I thought, and like really picked up a lot more. And I started really enjoying it, like looking forward to seeing more of the story, as opposed to just looking forward to going and racing chocobos. Which is still fun, mind you. But shoot, that wasn't really close enough. Also, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I think. But I have been thinking, like, I've almost felt like it's been a shame that I haven't been streaming Final Fantasy XIV because the story is so good. At the same time, you know, like getting to enjoy things at my own pace is also, it's a nice thing to do. Not everything has to be streamed, right? There we go. Oh! Well, need to wait a little bit longer on that one, but the right idea was had. I think we got this. Nope, okay, maybe not. But yeah, I think that what I would do though, probably, as far as Final Fantasy is concerned, is that when we beat Yakuza, which who knows, might happen maybe this Friday or next Friday, because I'm only doing Yakuza on Friday now so that I have space in the schedule to play Dread. And we're on chapter 13? Either 12 or 13, and there's 16 chapters. So we have, you know, a good amount of time for it. Okay. Oh, that's another dash over. Okay. When I was looking at it before, I wasn't taking into account regenerating stamina, and I kind of keep forgetting that I have a double dash even though I keep using it. Let me just think about this for a second here. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. But yeah, so it'll probably. Whoop. Okay, I actually accidentally held down the X button for a little bit longer there. But I have a feeling that, you know, most likely the Yakuza streams, or Kiwami 2 streams specifically, will probably only last for another couple Fridays or so. And then that Friday slot will either be given back to Dread, so I'm playing Metroid Dread 3 times a week, or we could keep Friday open, and maybe I don't know, maybe I could do Final Fantasy 14 on a Friday. Like not always. Like I'm not like looking to get in the business of like designating a single day to one game for all time or anything like that, but it could be fun. Friday fun day, as it were. Also, I haven't looked, but in a Discord, in a Discord server that I'm in, someone posted a Ray William Johnson video, and I haven't thought about that man since 2010. I think that was the last time I watched a William Johnson video. And I kind of forgot he existed, even though, like, for a while he was a big, oh shoot, he was a big part of, I guess, internet culture, as it were, for a while. Him and Hannah Hart both. Though nowadays, I know that Hannah Hart met Ellen at some point or something, but I feel like once she stopped doing My Drunk Kitchen, or that stopped being like the main focus, I got significantly less interested in her channel. because that's kind of like, you know, that was the thing. During that time, people watched Ray William Johnson for like stupid, silly meme videos, which my one of my friends did. So I would hang out in her dorm room, and she would show me the latest Ray William Johnson, and we watched that. Shoot. And then, you know, after a little bit of that and some Nyan Cat, we'd run off and go eat food somewhere. But that, Jenna Marbles, and Hannah Hart, those are things that I remember from that time period. And Jenna Marbles is still going strong. I've actually watched, I think I watched one of her videos like a year ago probably. When she turned herself into a sofa. That was the last video I saw, and it was fantastic. Like, she did her, it was pretty great. Weird, but great. Like, she painted the, like, pattern of her pillows onto her face, and then sat and, like, covered herself in blankets on her chair, so that from, like, a certain angle, if you looked at her dead on, she was just camouflaged as a chair. It was like, those Brainiac... Really? Like the Brainiac videos on G4, where they used to have someone like dressed as a toilet, and then like I don't know if it was staged or not, but they would have them like hang out in places, and like in obvious places where like there shouldn't be a toilet, I guess, or something, and then like when someone like went to go to the bathroom and use it, and like kind of turned around to get ready, they'd like jump up. Very silly show, Brainiac. Pretty sure, yeah, it was G4 that had that. That's not high enough. I distinctly remember in Brainiac, I think one of my favorites thing was the ending for it. Like, not the ending theme song, but typically they ended each episode by playing pool. And I forget what they called the segment, because they had a specific name, but they had trailers filled with different kinds of gas, and they hooked up the pool table so that when they sunk a ball into one of the corners, it would light a fuse and send the thing along to the trailer full of gas, and it would light the thing on fire, and the entire trailer would explode into an interesting colored flame. Okay. Fun show. I wonder if people get mad about that nowadays. Do people get mad about Mythbusters blowing stuff up? Just think about like people are more, I guess, environmentally conscious nowadays. So like, sorry, didn't move my stick up all the way. So people, you know, see someone causing big explosions, and I could see people like kind of maybe like shaking their heads and looking down their noses at that kind of entertainment. But then again, I mean, like those same people probably go and watch movies where they have special effects, or you know, not special effects, but what's the right word for that? It's not special effects. Oh shoot. I guess I want to call it stagecraft, but I feel like it probably has a specific name. Practical effects, maybe? Where they actually, it's not computer generated, it's an actual like physical thing going on. Explosion or what have you. I feel like the that YouTube channel Movie Guys or something like that would probably know what it is. Though I haven't watched that in a while. I only watch that when I hang out with one particular friend, because he's a fan of that show. Or channel, rather, and it's like one of those things that he throws on when he's cooking. And when I go hang out with that particular friend, I generally want him to be cooking, because he's really good at it. Good at making some really good food. Speaking of food, though, I think I've been getting in the mood to cook again a little bit. Specifically meatballs, because let's see, what was it? The girl who I mentioned last stream who matched with me on a dating app, you know, I brought up her favorite food, which is pad thai, and she asked me a question about something I had. Damn it, not far enough over. In my profile, which is, you know how you get like those prompts to answer questions about yourself because writing a dating profile is hard? Well, one of those questions was if you had to eat like one food for the rest of your life, like what would it be? And I answered pizza or nachos because you get a lot of variety. Nachos have less variety, but you could make it work. But pizza is fantastic, and everyone knows I like pizza, hence the channel name. But pizza, you get a ton of variety. And so, you know, I mentioned liking pizza, or rather, you know, in kind of reply to her asking me about it, I sent her a picture of the meatball pan pizza that I made a little while ago. And got me thinking that I haven't made meatballs in a while. Totally do that. Have to go hunt down the recipe again, but it should be too hard to do. I'm pretty sure I just used Adam Ragusia's. There we go. Too low. So meatballs are really easy to make. And like kind of fun to do as a, almost like a relaxing meditative thing, I guess, because you're just rolling balls of meat. Shoot, wrong input. I really gotta stop tilting my controller and gotta like actually keep it facing the same direction as me, like towards my screen and everything. Yeah, hold on. Let me give my hands a break here for a second. Wait, that meatball pizza was really good though. So it got me thinking again about it, because you know, it's one of those things where you really want to make it again. Like it was so good looking, you know, and it was really tasty, and also like I got I forget how many meals I got out of making those meatballs, but it was like a normal amount of meat, like a pound of meat or something like that, turned into a bunch of meatballs. And I got at least 2 or 3 things of spaghetti from it. Spaghetti and meatballs. And then, shoot, too soon. Did that last time too. Oh, last time I got that far, I mean. But I got, you know, a couple of things of spaghetti and meatballs out of it, and then also, you know, made the pan pizza and got a couple meals out of that. So it was good. The only issue is that the beef, my beef with beef around here, or specifically at like the place that's within walking distance for me, is that it's meant for more like hamburger patties. It's ground, I guess, but it's like it holds itself together. I don't know how to put it. Like, you know how if you buy beef at the grocery store, like ground beef, it comes and it's kind of like pre-separated from itself, so it's like these little curls of meat. This stuff doesn't come like that. It comes in like a sealed package, but it kind of holds itself together, which makes for good like patties. But to make meatballs, you kind of like rip it apart and whatnot. So I don't know. It's just not quite as easy to work with, I think, as like regular ground beef that you might buy at a like typical grocery store, as opposed to like the local place that I'm talking about. Shoot, too far over. So, it's also expensive. Like, more expensive than like going to a Walmart or a Shaw's or those kind of things, like where they have the cheaper prices and such. And like, you know, they have some justification for it. Shoot. Because like a lot of the meats and those things that they sell are from farmers around the area, and you know they have all those other things like, you know, local organic blah blah blah, like choose your favorite hippie phrase, I guess. But they have that stuff, but the only problem is that they only have that stuff, so you don't have like a cheap option. So hence why I eat pizza like multiple times a week, because ordering pizza from Domino's gets you 4 meals for cheaper. Ooh, okay, can I make it? No. Is actually cheaper than spending the money to buy like meat and other things like that at this particular place, and it's the closest place around. And as the weather gets colder and those things, I'm less likely to go out to go buy things. And then, you know, on top of it, since I don't have a car, I only have only have a motorcycle and 2 saddlebags. I can't carry like a million groceries like I would if I had a car. So all these factors combined means that typically I only like buy meat from that place or those kind of things if I'm making something like specifically that I really, you know, want to, or that I know I can get a good number of stuff out of it. Which is probably why I've been making a lot of like sausage stew things recently. I think it's a stew. I'm gonna call it a stew because it's thick like a stew. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nope. But that's like the easiest thing in the world to do. And I get at least 4 to 5 meals out of it, so, and normally is similar in cost to Domino's, which is buying like a couple potatoes, some baby carrots, or regular carrots, but generally just baby carrots because it's easier to work with, and then celery, and then sausage. And all of that gets, well, the sausages don't get chopped up, but all that goes into a slow cooker and hangs out for 6 hours, and then becomes a tasty, delicious meal. And a lot of the time I buy broth as well. Like, I don't know how to make, well, I guess making like a thick broccoli sauce is probably just like making a roux and then putting in really finely diced up broccoli, I guess. But it's easier to just buy the broth, you know? Oops. So I do that. So all in all, you know, the vegetables are cheap, relatively speaking, so it's only really like the sausage and the pre-made broth that adds the price up. But much like your video game streams, when you surf around Twitch to go find things to watch, one likes having variety in their content. So I can't, making like a slow cooker meal means that I'm eating that for the next like 5 or 6 meals. So generally I don't want to do that like multiple times in a row. Mink. I also haven't made cookies recently, which I will at some point, but kind of waiting. Kind of waiting for a good reason, because it's far too easy to like make cookies over and over and over again, and then like realize that perhaps you shouldn't be making that many cookies, and you should be eating slightly healthier things instead. All things in moderation. Except for internet usage. No, I'm just kidding. Although, really though, that's probably a lesson that a lot of people don't really have. Myself included, not holding myself above that. I spend most of my time on the internet. Like, through work, through streaming, through, you know, off time. There's a lot of time spent on a screen. On a screen, sorry. Also on a stream, but... Damn it. That's why reading is a nice thing. Like reading manga. I do read a good amount of manga on my computer, but the stuff like the things that I really like, I buy physical volumes of, even if I've read it online already. And then, you know, sit in a chair away from a screen and just enjoy it, get lost in it, cry at a wedding, you know, usual things. I don't know why I'm like, why am I being like so fast on the draw there? There. Oh, speaking of fast on the draw, I started rewatching Trigun, which if you've never watched it is really fantastic. Like old, I think it's old school Trigger. Pretty sure character design was. But Trigun's fantastic, and it's been ages since I've watched it. Like since I first got into anime, I think. Because my sister had it on burned to discs. I was watching that probably around the same time I was watching Fruit Basket, the original. And but it's on Hulu, and I wanted something to have on when I was up late last night, or not last night, the night before when I couldn't sleep at all. And so just decided to rewatch Trigun, and I'm like 14 or so episodes into it now. I really don't know how I managed to get myself into this, like where I'm watching like 16 shows in a regular anime season. Too low, yeah, it's way too low. Watching like 16 shows for the current anime season, and then somehow also watching like an old school show like Trigun or that kind of thing. But regardless of whether or not I know how I do it, I am doing it. And there's something really good about that, like that old style. It's not even that old, but you know, the older style, I guess, of Trigun and such. Like the characters have so much more detail on them, and you know, different shows have different levels of detail for sure. But like the details in the hair, the animation, everything. Well, I mean, it's art. It's really, really good. Again. But if you've never watched Trigun before, big recommend. Definitely one of those like you will be better off if you have watched it type animes. And can't wait for my new glasses to come in so that my prescription will be correct. Maybe I'll stop like running into the wall. Maybe. I feel like hand-eye coordination might work better if both parties involved are working at their optimum. It's interesting because like, so that bit right there, right? You got to be close enough to it to get over. Then later on, in that part that killed me when I got the furthest last time, you can't be that close. You got to make sure to get out of there sooner so that you don't hit the wall. So I feel like this one so far is more of a test of your ability to navigate the like ability to fall with style. God damn it. To navigate like while you fall in the air without hitting things and being really precise about that. It's more of a challenge for that than it was in the previous levels for like the Kevins and such. I think that's the first time I've nailed my head off that though. Gotta get progressively worse in different ways. Keep things fresh, you know? Also, I think I hear... Hold on. Nope, alright, it stopped. Because when I heard my neighbor's fire alarm going off for a second. You would know. If horribly obnoxious fire alarm went off, you would know. It's very, very loud. As it should be, I suppose, right? It's supposed to wake everyone up. God, sorry. Another excuse, but my left eye is starting to twitch again. It's really irritating. Too fun, yeah. Fun. But yeah, I'll probably eventually, once we beat all the seasides, I will probably do a at least a few fairy runs on stream, I would think. And then I do intend on at least giving that Gizmo level a shot, the modded one. But after that, I don't know. Like there's a million more modded maps and such. It's my understanding of things, right? But eventually we gotta play other games too. Like I still haven't beaten Hades technically. Well, I've beaten Hades' first story, I guess. We're still in the epilogue. I haven't played it in a long time. I've kind of been obsessed with Celeste, and then most of my extra free time is in Final Fantasy 14, so. So I haven't really been putting any effort into getting higher heats in Hades or collecting things like that. Am I gonna be? Oh, I am. Don't let me be surprised. Not too surprised though. Huh? That was a weird feeling one. Why must you be like this? Also, I feel like I need to write myself a note. I think I've said this before, but like, since Twitch disabled auto-hosting and that kind of thing for people, I've been trying to remember, and I always remember it too late. Like, I remember it after I shut off the stream. It's like, oh, I should have rated someone or something, you know? Then again, like, I feel kind of silly about that. Because, I mean, like, I feel like most of the time, you know, I'm sitting here playing through Celeste Seaside. I'm not really pulling big boy numbers or anything like that, so not that, you know, an additional couple of viewers isn't nice to any stream. But I do feel a little silly sometimes rating if I look over and see that, you know, there's like zero watchers or 1 or 2 watchers or that kind of thing. But I don't know. I feel like I should make myself a note though, is what I'm saying. And just you know, rate people after, like, find someone else playing Celeste or something, you know? The only thing is that, like, I have a really hard time, like, just saying bye to a stream if I go to it. Generally, if, like, I stick to streamers I want to have some interaction with or what have you, right? Or, like if I raid Swerve, for example, right? If I raid Yellow Swerve, then I am going to want to stick around and, like, chat with him. Because he's a good dude, and it's fun to chat with him. But at the same time, I know that if I do, I'm not going to get anything else done. Like, I'm not going to go through, like, a Unity tutorial on YouTube or that kind of thing, because I can't listen, oh boy, listen to a stream and follow directions from an audio tutorial at the same time. So it's like deciding what I want to do. So that also gives me, like, makes me also, like, you know, hesitant to do a raid if I do remember it, you know. I don't know. Kind of sucks when like I've been raided a few times before, right? It kind of sucks when you start off, you know, you get a raid with a few people in it or whatever, and then like you look over a minute later and they're all gone. And like, yeah, it happens. But I feel like I need to, like, when I go to the top of that area, I feel like I need to like do this, like do up and then go over. Like put myself back to the left a little bit so I have a little bit more breathing room. Because we're getting too far to the right. Like that, too far to the right. And smacking our face against the spikes. Which is not ideal. Madeline is not a masochist as far as I can tell. So I don't think she's into this. She's also not like a medieval inquisitor trying to ram things onto spikes. So, shoot. And this is not Amnesia, The Dark Descent either. So, there's that. Although, you know how Facebook like shows you memories or whatever from like X years ago and that kind of thing? I don't remember if it was like a week ago or something, but it shared one with me between one of my friends who really likes horror games, and like it was us like talking about Amnesia, like when it first came out. It was a good, you know, fun callback. So what am I doing wrong here? What am I doing here? Because I'm doing something wrong, where I'm not really able to get through that. We could attempt to do an up diagonal in order to be a little bit closer, and then go from there. Hey, Sensor. Welcome to the summit, Seaside. How's your day going? Pink. Ouch. So besides the fact that I'm dying a little bit on this part, I have gotten to the part that I was looking at. Just another one of those, you know, let's smack our head off the wrong part of the map for a while. Alright, here we go. Here we go, okay. Maybe, yes, actually that is what you're supposed to do. Ah! Okay, but I messed up right there. I just pressed it a little bit too late, I think. That was good. That was almost good. I think I was just gonna make it through there. Ah! I keep our controller positioned towards the screen, not moving around so much. I did it again. Stop doing that. Boing. Ouch. Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm thinking about Metroid Dread because I want to play it again. And I will tomorrow, but I've been thinking about it all day pretty much because I have my my setup for it has brought my TV into my room, so that I can, you know, play without any input delay. And so I'm just sitting here like looking at my Switch, looking over at the TV, and being like, I want to play Dread, but I'm holding myself back. It's one of those things that it's like, you know, you really don't get a new Metroid game that often. You know, like they come around every few years or so at most. So it's best to savor it for as long as possible while you can. So it's not a bad thing, but you want to play more of it. Too soon, yeah. But I'm wondering though what the like what specials there'll be in there, because most of the time like Metro games have some special item that you can use. I mean, we just got the Phantom Cloak, which is pretty unique. I don't know if that was in any of the other ones, but it wasn't in any of the ones that I played, at least. Not close enough. So the Phantom Cloak is a thing. I wonder if there'll be any others though. I hope there will be. I don't actually want to know what to do. You go under, interesting. That feels like the easiest thing to do there. Is there a way to go up? Should I be going up? I'm gonna keep going under because it does work, but... Damn. You should have seen the first two areas of this. I did them on the first try. Or the first one I did on the first try. I think I did the second one on the first try as well. They were really, really easy in comparison to this third section. Like the first one was just hilarious because it was just all wall bounces. I was like, oh, I can do these. These are my favorite. There we go. No, too far. Okay, hold on. Taking a quick break, having some liquid. Okay. Easier when the golden. Are there golden berries on seasides as well? I suppose, why wouldn't there be, right? Oops. Oh, right eye is twitching. Again, I'm like half concerned that the optometrist, like, there's no like reddening or anything around my eye. So it's like, I'm pretty sure it's not pink eye, but I can't help but think about that. Whoops. Woo. It is nice to have a double jump again, after like not having it for so long. It's kind of a nice thing to be able to kind of have some wiggle room in certain parts of this. Even if I fail miserably, there's still that wiggle room. That's nice. I wasn't too thrilled about the fact that there was wind in the other rooms, but it wasn't the worst wind we've had, so it was okay, I guess. I just hate clouds. I really don't enjoy clouds. Falling, precision falling and clouds are my like least favorite thing, I think. And yeah, this is a good level. I guess I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of things with like really precise timing, I guess. Oh, so close yet so far. Oops, too soon. Gonna bumpers and feathers. I think I'm neutral on feathers. They're kind of fun sometimes, but also the turning radius on them can make things tricky when they put you into like a really tight space. Like on the seaside before this had a feather in some pretty tight spaces. So yeah, I don't like wind very much. Wind feels really painful to deal with, especially when it's pushing against you. But yeah, you know what? It's not so much that I don't like the falling, like precision falling stuff. It's just that I'm no good at it. That's how I feel most of the time. I like wall bounces though. Wall bounces are fun. It's too soon. Too late. But one fun thing though about those Unity tutorials that I've been looking into that I didn't realize was that the same YouTube channel that I've been going through and such has a tutorial on making platformer, which is kind of fun. So I figure I'll give that a look at some point. There we go. Oh! Just gonna huddle here in shame. Be fun to make a platformer though, I imagine. Like once you get the basics and everything down. It's like fun to put together levels and all that business. So, playtesting. Playtesting is the important bit. But it's pretty fun. Also, dude, Sebastian Legg, you know, gonna recommend his YouTube channel a million times tonight. But he also has, he participates in a number of game jams, and he has like little, post-mortem isn't the right word for it, but he has kind of like little aftermath videos that he puts together for things that he works on to kind of go over stuff. And they're really interesting. Gotta have some hang time there, I think, before I do the diagonal in order to not ram my face against the ceiling. Derp. So yeah, I'm intrigued by these things though, so it'll be fun. I don't really want to, I don't have a mind to go participate in any form of game jam or those things because I don't have the chops for it. But I used to do hackathons. Like Civic Day of Hacking, National Day of Civic Hacking. There were local ones as well, and they provide you with data sets and some form of problem, and then you would go at it for 24 hours and make something interesting. And those are fun, but also exhausting sometimes. Like, they're worth it, and you meet, you know, you do fun things. If you have a good team, you can have a lot of fun with that. And even like just as a challenge to yourself sometimes. But I don't really do them that much anymore. Probably because I don't have, I don't think I want to stay up all night, like, working on something like that. Or working on something that, like, isn't something that I specifically really want to do. Because for the civic hacking stuff specifically, most of the time it's using, like, some form of public data set provided by, provided by the government, or provided by a nonprofit, or those things, and then kind of, you know, you're not really doing work for them for free per se, but a lot of the time you're finding interesting things or insights that, like, can be useful for them. So go better at night generally. I think that's, I want to say that's probably, I feel like it has something to do with not being distracted. Like, it's easier to, like, organize your thoughts when everything's quiet, I think. Because I program a decent amount at night as well. Although, you know, mainly program during the day because work. But for hobby programming, a lot of the time, you know, if you have an interesting thought in your head that you want to get down, late at night seems to be a good time for it a lot of the time. To the chagrin of one's sleep schedule. It's hard to balance though. Like, it just kind of sucks that, like, the time of day where you, or at the time of night, I guess, that you get, like, distraction-free time where you really want to work on things and, like, make something interesting is also the time when you are, like, fighting with yourself over it because you're like, I should go to bed, I have to do X, Y, and Z tomorrow. I really shouldn't be awake, but you're like, but also I'm doing so well here. And you can, not bad to do that, you know, every now and then, but it does, you do it too much, can burn you a little bit. Granted, it can take a few years if you're having a really good time for the burnout to set in, but it sets in. Shoot. Man. Press left instead of diagonal left. That's my bad. I'm sure that like that kind of thing maybe doesn't happen as much with keyboard controls maybe. Oops. I don't think the image for your channel points is loading properly. How do I see it? The little pizza? Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that is... Both of them are dead. The best girl and the Gid meme. It's a broken image, that's weird. Hold on, let me take a look in Twitch's things real quick. Where? Oh god, I have to remember where it is. I think that's in viewer rewards? Viewer rewards, channel points. Customized point display. Huh. It's got the 28 by 28, but for some reason it's missing the 56 and the 112. They're just not there. One sec, I had them in a folder. I can grab them real quick. Pretty sure. Points 56, points 112. It won't let me save. Huh. I wonder why. Is it because I'm live that it won't let me save right now? Or actually, hold on, let me try one thing. Oh, there we go. Just select all three. Save, uploading. Let's see if it works. These are the same files that I have uploaded before. Unexpected error while uploading your image. Please try again later. Twitch is having a time. Server respond with a status of 404 not found. Yeah, looks like one of Twitch's one of their static CDNs is down, it looks like. That's cool. Someone's probably getting a nice little little call about that. It's from, so you can see this is what I surrounded. This one was actually loaded before I went and you know, threw in the things here, but it's just mad. Oh. But it's attempting to do stuff, but you can see it's having a bad time with the CDN, it looks like. So probably some interesting fun stuff with it, I guess, but I assume they'll be fixed later. Sorry about that. Not in my control, I guess. I wonder if other channels are having similar issues, or if it's just smaller streams. Yeah, that's lame. I go through all the effort of making the multiple sizes that Twitch wants with a little pizza and everything like that, and they can't even bother to give it to me. Shame, Twitch. Shame. Ah, nope, not mentioning that. I hate clouds so much. Boing. Do better Twitch indeed. I think maybe my eye is just dry. It's really irritating. I'll deal with it. I would think that after having like nearly an entire weekend, having a decent amount of time away from the screen, that it probably didn't have anything to do with that. Eye drops are a wonderful thing. I don't have any. Though the optometrist did recommend like some fake tears. But why use fake tears when I can just have real ones instead? I just think really happy thoughts and then cry of joy. Okay, I'll take it. Pain. Oh, I think I understand how you're supposed to go over the top of that one. I'm not gonna do it. I don't like clouds. Or jumping on clouds. The timing is unpleasant for me. So I will happily continue to go under. But I think I see how you're supposed to use the jump for it. Bet you didn't think I was gonna make that, did you? But you probably knew I was gonna die sooner. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, doing. Okay, we'll get it again. Just gotta get to the right place, and then we can once again forget to do a diagonal up, and then die, and then get stuck back to going. Oh, just kidding. We'll do better. We can do it. I've got faith. Of the heart. I grabbed dinner. But what is for dinner? Because I had pad thai. I think I had the leftovers of my pad thai from yesterday. Which is good. Like not too spicy, but spicy enough to like make your tongue tingle and like goes like slightly numb. Jeez, that was a lot of speed. For lunch I had leftover rice and scallops, shrimp, lobster tail, peas, carrots. It was a whole like little thing from the Asian place that I got the pad thai at. Quinoa and chicken. Nice. I never really eat quinoa. Also, like, until I actually heard it pronounced, I was like, what the hell is quinoa? Oh god. I still don't really know. Like, I've had it a few times, but I don't like off it much. I know for a while, like, people were obsessive about it. Was it like a superfood or like one of those types of things? Like for a while, it seemed like every like healthy eating type place was recommending it over and over again. Oops. Tastes like carbs with tons of protein. I think it sounds good, right? It's like lentils. Lentils are good. I used to, like, my dad likes to make lentil soup, so generally I associate them with, like, being kind of, like, you know, watery, or, like, being a, like, just a, like, noodlish thing in a soup. And it wasn't until I started putting them into these stews that I make with the slow cooker that, like, you know, be like, wow, like, these have some good flavor to them. And you use them right. Not that putting them in soup isn't right, it just is a very different thing than just putting them in a stew. Or rather, I should say putting them in a slow cooker, as opposed to a pot of water. Significantly less liquid than a slow cooker. Shoot. You can do this. It's fine. You got this, Maddie. Just think. You get to the top of this summit, who knows what kind of sights you'll see. Maybe you'll get binoculars and you'll look over and you'll see like Tio coming out of the shower. All misty. And you'll find out that secretly his entire body is beard. He's just one big beard, like Brahma from Final Fantasy XIV. You don't mind chemo, it's cold. Actually, I think I've only ever had it warm. I think. I don't really know, actually. I don't remember. I know that I've had it like once or twice, but I don't remember specifically what it was in. That was like the leftover rice. It's like I could attempt to warm it up better than I did, but yeah, it's warm enough. I can eat it. Though I still have leftover white rice, and I don't have any of the other variety of Asian foods left, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to use it for. And like, the obvious thing I should do is like buy some peppers, maybe some chicken, and then make a stir fry with it. But I don't know, I might just be lazy and just like eat it as is. Okay. Didn't mean to dash to the left there. Oh, in anime news. Damn it. Fucking clouds. Anime news. Besides rewatching Trigun, the second episode of Tact Opus of Destiny came out, which was a flashback to how Cosette got her powers, I guess. And that was interesting. Mr. Meister was always moody, so that hasn't changed. But we found out how he lost his arm, and also how Cosette became how she is. Which hasn't been fully explained yet, so I'm hoping that the third episode they'll divulge some information about how exactly like she's awakened these musical power things, or if she's even the same person. Because that wasn't entirely clear. It kind of seemed like she got possessed. But we will find out next week. But the animation's good though, honestly, and I've seen some people compare it to Fate a little bit, in that it has this master-servant relationship between the maestro and the music art. And it's good. I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to it. I watched a little bit, not like a ton, but a little bit of Fate Grand Carnival episode, I think technically 3, because there's the first episode and then the Christmas special. So if you're counting all those, then technically this is the third episode of Fate Grand Carnival. And unfortunately, it doesn't have subs yet. So, while I got the general premise of some silly stuff that was going on between Erishka Girl and Osaka Behime, didn't have proper subtitles, so I didn't watch all of it yet. Damn it. Wow, what a time to mess up the input. I'm looking forward to when it has that. Also, Ganbare Doki-chan is going strong, satisfying the need for cute office romance and such. And those are shorts, so they're really short. Oh, good, okay. But the art's nice, and I think I've mentioned before, I've been a fan of that artist's work since it was just kind of like making a little webcomic and posting on Twitter with this stuff. So it's good, and it's nice to see those, you know, in anime. But the what? Okay. I don't know what just happened. besides the fact that the cloud went away really fast. That's good though. And he's been doing Doki stuff since before he did Mirror Tights, so. Which is interesting that Mirror Tights got an anime before Doki did, considering Doki actually has some semblance of a plot, as opposed to Mirror Tights, which is literally just a tights fetish show. So, figure that one out. Ah. Getting further. Every death is progress. All villains are lemons. Speaking of the number 4 trending video on YouTube today for gaming was Donkey's Super Sponge Brothers game. I think I only watched. I don't think I actually finished it. I think I watched 3 minutes of the video and then went off to do something else. Ever since Donkey's like kind of shitpost where he like went on about how he was doing stuff on Twitch and like making specific days be certain content, and like he kept it up for a while and whatnot, but he started streaming. I don't know if he streamed before or not, but he started streaming and all this stuff. I feel like some of his videos haven't had quite the same impact as his previous ones were, and I think part of that, and even though he did it in kind of a like tongue-in-cheek way when he was putting together those silly like really low effort videos and making a big joke about it though, but I think he did have an actual serious piece in there that like he puts in a lot of it, or he put in a lot of effort into a lot of his videos that he make, and then like they get outperformed by something really stupid that he would do or those things and such. So it makes sense for him to, you know, do more of the stupid stuff, I guess, right? But the highlight compilation video type stuff that he makes, that he made for Super Sponge Brothers, and I think the one that he did before it as well, possibly, I can't remember, but even though they're similar in format to the ones he did before, they don't feel like they have maybe the same amount of polish as the other ones did, but that could just be my thought or my feeling. Too far over. But like, I don't know, just like a little bit boring, even though, you know, it's got the trademark Donkey style of narration and the silliness that he has and whatnot. But I don't know, it lost me after 3 minutes. Not that I make any like interesting content at all, but like, it's just one of those things. Oof. Highlight videos, you know, they're hard to do. Because, I mean, if you stream for, you know, hours and hours, and like Donkey would make ones on like he did Sekiro and all those ones, like that's a lot of time and a lot of gameplay footage to go through. And like that kind of thing is daunting no matter what. I mean, like, I haven't made a highlight video in a while, but I think the last one that I made, besides a Toho Death compilation one, was a co-op stream with Dr. MF Tran, where I put together a bunch of like the silly things that we got up to with Human Fall Flat. That's the name of it. And, you know, that was like at least 3 hours of stream or so. Whoops. At least 3 to 4 hours of stream, I think. Maybe more. It's been a while since I looked, but, you know, it's a lot of effort to to highlight that down or edit it down. And also because like even if you put the video onto like ×2 speed or whatever to make listening to your own voice like bearable, you still have to like, you know, piece things together, and depending on how much effort you want to put into the editing. And for people like Donkey, who actually, you know, put together a script, like come up with all the jokes and everything like that, like tie things together, make sure you're showing the right thing at the right time, all this stuff, like that's a lot of effort. So I get why he doesn't necessarily want to do it anymore, especially if he can get, you know, that shouldn't have worked. Get more views and, you know, put the meal on the table, as it were, with less effort. But this is kind of too bad, I think. But who knows? Maybe like the video quality will return, or maybe this was just a fluke, or I'm over now analyzing it. I don't know. But there was just something about it that was like, meh, doesn't feel as good. Grade A under A. The quality has remained consistent. Probably because they're shitposts. I mean, yeah, they're shitposts. Alright, anyway. High grade shitposts though. Oh, speaking of, if you guys remember a few weeks ago, week and a half ago, something like that, Terminal Montage came out with the like new Zelda video, and I played the Ganondorf Suavemente from it. Unfortunately, the quote-unquote melody of Suavemente has been claimed, so like the entire audio for that on Terminal Montage's channel has been removed, which really sucks. Because, you know, it was a funny video, and part of the reason why it was funny was because of the Suavemente, like, text-to-speech thing, but copyright ruins everything. Even though, honestly, Ganondorf dancing around and singing in a text-to-speech thing feels like fair use to me, you know? Feels like fair use. But Content Claim doesn't give a shit, so. Or, well, it does if you know, contest it, but no point in contesting it when, like, forget who did it. Someone did a video before about how, like, YouTube ad revenue is affected by those types of things, and broke things down really well. I think you can actually find, I don't remember if it was the video of the guy who kind of made like an hour-long documentary about the copyright system, how it plays into YouTube, and like proposed like a fix and such to it. But it was one of the longer videos and probably one of the more watched videos. So if you go down that rabbit hole on YouTube, you'll probably end up finding it. If there's like a British guy walking down a street talking to a camera, you found the right video, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the thing that I remember that is making me specifically remember that is that as far as like ad revenue goes, the first 24 hours is when most videos for like big channels get their views. So if something gets copyright claimed right off the bat, or within the first 48 hours even, like they're not going to see a dime of that revenue, and it doesn't get given back to them either. Like, even if they fight the content claim and they win, they don't actually get any of the money, like, after that, or that, like, was given to the person who took it. Which is pretty shit, honestly. And kind of like a really awful system. Be better if they did, I want to say, I don't have Spotify, so I don't know if this is right, but I think it's Spotify that has, like the agreement kind of thing, where it's like if there is copyrighted stuff, or maybe not Spotify, maybe it's like Audible, but they do like a partial credit basically, or whatever. Like if your song is used for like 3 minutes, like an hour or something, or like for 3% of the time of however long the video is or what have you, right, then that's how much revenue you get from it. And that makes sense to me. Because I mean, like, if someone spends like multiple hours going over stuff, like for example, like the cats video, right? Fuck. Diagonal. That video from shoot, what's the name of it? The video that broke down why Cats is terrible from a musical perspective. I forget the name of the channel. But like that was straight up educational content, honestly, and critic and review and everything that goes into something that should be covered under fair use. And yeah. And there were segments of that were cut out for copyright, and you know, that he had to replace with really shitty music that didn't make any sense. So then all of a sudden, like, his video commentary doesn't make sense when he's talking about like Ewan McGregor, not Ewan McGregor. Who plays Saruman? That guy, or Ganondorf? Gandalf. Yeah, I'm rushing. But that guy, like, doing his weird, shitty singing bit and such, and like why the song is so bad, or these things, or like it doesn't work because like the way the actor is singing it, and it's not going with the style, and like all these things, and then you can't actually hear the song he's talking about because the copyright system has claimed it, and so he's had to replace it with like boop algorithm noises or something stupid. Like, it just sucks. The music industry is a very greedy business when it comes to that kind of things. You got a dash sooner there, looks like. There's so much precision in this level. I am such garbage. Then again, like mildly irritating yourself. Talking about copyright stuff is probably not the best way to get good at a Celeste level, I guess. Then again, not the worst way. Oh, I need to wait like 300 milliseconds sooner. That felt like I was actually smacking into crystals though, but. Hold on, giving the hands a break. Sipping some tea. Okay. That's again. We'll get this. I hope. I had such high hopes for the stream. You know? Like, we got through the first seaside real quick, real easy. And ran into this guy. Then again, it's been fine, honestly. I didn't even realize that we've been going this long. We're at 2 hours and 20 minutes, basically. Well, a minute off, but you know, I'm rounding. But I feel like for the most part I've been talking about food. Which is probably, you know, one of my favorite topics, I guess. It's a good topic, you know? Everyone likes food. I mean, maybe not vegans, but everyone likes food. Except breatharians. Breatharians hate food, they only like air. Though, you gotta wonder. Because those people who claim to be breatharians and to never eat besides their like weird sun soup thing, or whatever, where they have like tepid water basically. Like, how do they put up with lying to themselves like that? Oh! Alright, well at least I got farther, I got to that gem. I hit the wall though, I didn't dash to the diagonal over fast enough. Oh, that's new. I haven't hit the top crystal there before. Spikes, crystals, crystal spikes. See, the scale list is somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure. It's the only explanation. Oh, okay. Didn't think I was actually gonna make it. Yes! Got it. No, you son of a bitch. I looked away for a second. I'm really lucky that I was holding to the right. Hey. Heart, you here? Oh! Granny! It's hard to believe that it's over, isn't it? Funny how we get attached to the struggle. Promise me that you'll take care of yourself, okay? Well, what are you waiting for? No, you bitch. Okay, sorry. I'm not calling Granny a bitch. I'm calling the B button the bitch, I guess, because it wasn't there. So wait, are you supposed to do these seasides before you do the bird level? I guess so, canonically speaking, because Granny's still alive right here. Cool. How many deaths was that? Just 548. Oh, a little bit more than the B side. Not nearly as much as the A though. Oh, that's because I've ran it multiple times. I'm like, how did I get? Alright, cool. So we have one more seaside to do. Not gonna do this tonight, obviously. It's we're nearly at 2.5 hours. And you can probably see in that last bit my skill level going down as the tiredness set in. But I imagine that the core seaside is probably hard enough to deserve its whole stream. Its own stream, rather. So. Cool. So yeah, next time we will hop over and do the core seaside. But here, I think I only did four golden berry attempts here, so we will do one more just because I don't feel like ending quite yet, but I don't actually want to start it on anything hard. We'll do one run of these, probably get as far as we can, or you know, maybe two. Like, depends on how hard we get. If we get to the cleaning room, then, you know, that'll be it. The farthest that I've gotten here was 2 rooms cleaned, or 2 things cleaned up. I don't know how to describe it. Like, you know, you pick up the things for what's his face, and put away his like dirty laundry. I put away his dirty laundry and like his other thing. So I've done 2 of those, and I haven't gotten further than that. But you know, got decent at like this first section though. We take the shortcuts because we know we don't actually need the berry. Then around here is where I can go badly. Yeah, right there. All right, one more. Also, I have actually like gotten, like not every time, but I've had a few good like runs there where I had a couple like dashes off of it. And actually got like some decent speed with things. And then other times, you know, you don't have it as smooth as I did that first one. You do that instead. But yeah, this will be the last attempt of the night, though. No matter how far we get. Well, I can make it through there if I were to just like keep going, but like it's easy to overestimate yourself against the time block. Also, I really enjoy the fact that I can do that. You learn things from watching world records. I only watched it once. I should probably go like rewatch it again. I'd probably pick up another trick or two, but even if you can't actually like pull off all the crazy tricks that they do and everything else, you still pick up one thing or another. It's a lot of fun, honestly. Also, I think I mentioned it. Yeah, I mentioned it the last time, but I also watched the tool-assisted run, which is interesting because they got into like a lot of details about frames and those kind of things. But, aww, darn. Alright, well, that's that. Anyway, yeah. So, I hope you all enjoyed watching the Summit Seaside as well as Reflection Seaside. Sorry that it took so long to do the summits that we didn't actually even get around to starting the core today. But Thursday we will start in on the core Seaside and hopefully finish it. Hopefully. I imagine it's pretty tricky. So, and then tomorrow we will do more Metroid Dread. I'm looking forward to that. And also, since I don't have anything beforehand, we'll start at the usual time, and maybe I won't be as tired as I was yesterday. So we'll actually like get further into it, and it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be good. So, yeah. Have a good rest of your night, day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I have this silly meme that I like want to show you, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure the video is way too loud. Like, I'm pretty sure that it's obnoxiously loud because when I opened it earlier today, it was there. I'm just pulling that way down. So sorry for your ears. I didn't get to see it. Yeah. Have a good one, everyone. Take it easy.